Not super thrilled about this, which is the case every single time. So I don't know why we're surprised. But we're going to try to get it done, make some progress. It's almost 6 o'clock at this point. Kids are still sleeping. So we have this beautiful pocket, should we choose to use it. I'm going to tighten up my pants really quick so they don't fall off during the workout. Got some back soreness, not a perfect night of sleep, but that is life. Alright. We're going to start off with our hip openers. I know you were all incredibly excited about. Let's do it. So we're going to lay down on our side. Whew. Tomorrow's VR, which will be fun. It's nice to get back into our rhythm. Lay it out. Alright. Squeeze our core. Knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a big spider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey friend, how's it going? 9, 10. I'll be right there after I finish these last 2 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Happy Saturday. 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1 more. We can check our comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Let's go say hello, and then we'll get the other side. Yo, it's Kevin and Henry! Hi! It's 2 of you, that's fantastic, and Michael the best. What's up, friend? My name's Joe. Today we're exercising. That is as simple as this live is. Father of 4 kids, lived in Japan for a while, back in Chicago. I'm a pretentious engineer, and I help people build the life they desire, living where they want, loving what they do, and being paid well for it. So, happy you're all here. Hi, Joe! Let's get the other side. But I got all kinds of physical problems and injuries, which is great. So I'm very intentional with how I lift, build strength, to basically prevent surgery is my whole goal. So I keep running around with my kids. Yeah, how are you all doing? What part of the world are you from? Whew, burning. So we're just opening up our hips right now. We're going to lift our foot off the ground, keep our leg kind of level, and then we're just going to tap our foot and twist it up. It sucks pretty much the whole time, but I do this warm-up literally every other day. So I run long distance. On Mondays, I do my long runs between 5 and 8 miles, or a little bit more if I'm training up for half marathon. And then Wednesdays, I do a recovery jog. Fridays, I do interval training applied to running, which is called a fartlek. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I lift like this. And then Sunday is my free day, where I do foam rolling and play Beat Saber. So yeah, I've found different rhythms of life that have kind of kept my body put together in my early 30s. And I want to make sure I can keep my mobility and strength into my 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s. So trying to play the long game, even though I'm a bigger guy. Not out of the game. Not yet anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we got squeezes and then I'll check chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Do a couple rolls and we'll get up there. Nice. A little more just for fun. What's up, friends? Alright, hi. You have kids? I do! I have so many children. I have all the children. At one season of life, I had 2 bio kids, which means they came from my family. And then I had 2 foster kids. And now I have 4 bio kids. And they are all wonderful. Right, we have inchworms. So, open everything up. There's 2 of these. And we'll check that new comment. So we're going to do a deadlift. So we're going to kick our butt back. Back. Pull it up. 1. And 2. 3. Alright, let's walk it out. Do a push up. Slow. And up to the sky. Push up. And pedal our feet. We're losing our socks. I might have to take these off. Twist it up. Twist it up. Alright, we got one more. And then we'll check chat. Whew. So the whole goal today is to get strong. To continue making progress. Slow. One. Over the top. Kick it. And one more. Ooh. Oh man, we got some people hanging out for fitness. This is fun. How old are you? Old enough. Old enough to get into some trouble. I'm 33, friend. Making my way. How old are you? Alright, so now if we did those, we have front lunges. Not my favorite. So we're gonna... First step of a good lunge. Ooh, who's that? Yo, Bebitten. Are you Australian? No. I'm not. You're 11, bro. Nice. I'm American. And Japanese. It's complicated. Alright, so we're going to do forward, what we call these things, a lunge. So before you get into a lunge, I like to tuck my tailbone, engage my core like I'm being punched, get my arms up like I need to protect myself like that. Like a fighter, and then we're just going to step back into it. And we're going to do 2 progressions. The first, you want to stand vertical and keep yourself kind of split like that. I'll show it this way, I guess. So we'll do 10 to warm up, 1. We're going kind of for 90. 2. And we'll do something special. 3, 4, 5. Sore. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then at the last one, 10. Stay down here. Go knee over toe. And pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that last one is called a split squat. And it's actually like super healthy for your knee height. Are you Australian? No. Still not Australian, buddy. I appreciate the confirmation check. Super cool, dude. Let's flip it the other way. This knee, I have some mobility challenges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over the top. Oh man, it burns. Ah! It's good for us. Alright. Next we have lateral lunge. That's rolling through the warm up. Pulling the pants. So one side. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Alright. Woo! That push up. Did not like that. Ah! Okay, what do we got next? Oh, we got Oji-sans. So we have our Oji-san just means grandpa in Japanese. So it's gonna be like our opener stretching for our shoulders. I used to see my dad do these all the time, and now he's a grandpa, so I can do the same. Alright. So you want your legs at 90-90, arms out at 90, pancake, press your hand past the other hand. Oh, up. 1. Now I do it dynamic. You could sit into it, but I like to just get the thing warmed up and moving. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so now bottom hand touches your leg at an angle, then you're going to lean in the top arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you go the other way. 1. Oh, nice. 2, 3, 4, of flip it over. And after the set, we'll check chat. See how y'all are doing. Anyone have fun plans for the weekend? That's tighter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hand on knee. Middle of the road. 1. Woo! 2. We're almost ready to work out. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. 1. Let's just do it forever, I guess. 2, 3. Opening it up. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very exciting. All right. Wiggle wobble. Roll out. Good work, friends. Hey, we got 3 people hanging out. That's fun, including an Australian, maybe. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Anything exciting? Let's see, what do we got next? I'll turn you sideways for this. So we have wall tickles. These are always fun. Tee hee hee. I can put you on this wall safely. Don't fall. Oh. There we go. So wall tickle. Okay, come over here. And you want to keep your elbows in tight. So it's kind of like a curl. You're going to tap your shoulders. Keep pushing your elbows forward, but keep them in a box. Don't flare out. Touch behind your head. Keep your elbows in. Tight, tight, tight. Tickle all the way up. Ah! And you should feel it in your back. That's 1. 2. I see you, friend. Give me a second. 4. Just working out today. 5. 6. 7. 8. Feel it between your shoulder blades. 9. And 10. Well, welcome, friends. It's like day 584 of my fitness journey, which is pretty sweet. We've been going for a while. DB, turd burglar. Well, nobody should steal that. That sounds yucky. Are you saying mean things? No, I'm not. No gombre. But I appreciate you, friend. Let's see. Let's keep moving. So we're going to flip it around. Now we have our 90s. So elbow, elbow at 90 and 90. And we're just going to put our chest into the wall and bring our hands off the wall. And you'll feel it burn right between your shoulder blades. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we got one more and then we'll be ready to work out. Sorry. No, you're fine. I mean, are you looking for a partner or something? All right. Okay, so last one, I call it wrist breakers. This is to warm up our wrists. So Get on the mat, hands down. Everything's kind of squared up, and then we're going to push our shoulders over our hands, so we're going to roll forward in kind of a circular motion. So forward, forward, and then roll it back. Ouch, that's one. That's two. That's three. And we'll do four. Now we're going to flip our hands backwards. And when you start, you won't have much mobility here. We're going to sit our butt back and stretch the back of our wrists. Kind of rock and roll each way. That's one. That's two. Three. Four. Now last one, we're going to turn our wrist forward again. Then we're going to flip our hands so we're on the back of our wrist. This will be pretty heavy for some of you. So just starting here, you might just do it on one so it's less loaded. For me, I can do both at the same time. You do kind of like a push-up, and it's really the stretches at the top of the push-up. 2, 3, and 4. But now we are ready to exercise. I mean, technically, the warm-up is still exercise, but excellent. Let's get to work. Let's lift heavy things and make noises. Alright, so we need a demotivation for the day. I don't subscribe to like the fitness experience where it's like, oh yeah, working out's so fun. Oh, I love this. Everybody smile. This is so good for us. It's like, no, it sucks. I hate it, but we do it anyway. So I tend to just be brutally honest with myself. So, and painfully sarcastic. So we'll just do like a nice ellipses. Dot dot dot. Why don't we just lift tomorrow? I'll just pass it forward. Alright, so we have a single step up, single arm curl press. Oh god, this is one of the everything. Okay. We might be able to do this. Let's see. So we'll test it without a weight. But the whole goal of this is to step up and curl and press. We're going to do all the things. Potentially. Possibly successfully. Alright, so before I do anything with a step up, I will roll my shoulders back, tighten my core like I'm being punched, brace it before I lift. If you're not bracing your core when you lift your leg, you can kind of cause your sacrum to press on your lower, like L5, L4, and you can catch on the spinal cord, which is bad for me anyway. So I just have to make sure like I'm tucked, my tailbone, my core is activated, and now I'm stepping with core activated, stepping up, curling, press, reverse curl, coming down. That'll be the movement. We'll keep it light, because apparently last time I did 30s with bad form, so let's see if we can do 20s with good form. So again, before we even get into this, we're going to want to brace our core, tighten it in, find where we want our darn shoulder to be. This right shoulder is kind of slippy. Yeah, let's try it. Curl, press, reverse, curl, curl, woo, press, reverse curl, hold my core tight, press, reverse curl, that's 3, woo, 4, that's 5, that's 6. We'll do 6 with good form. Alright, let's jump to the other side, see what problems exist here. Hello, my 7 friends. Welcome to the screen and porch. Kind of drop back, do a little deadlift, find our core, tuck the tailbone, everything's stiff. Breathe. Immediately cheating on this leg. Ooh, way less stability. Come on, hang on. 3, yo, I see you. 1 second, I got 3 more. And I'll check your comment. Come on. Super dangerous. I hate stuff like this. It's basically scary every time. Oh, come on. 5. Got 1 more. Rips up the core. Ooh, we had a little shake there. That's good. How's it going, friend? What we got? Mingus. What are you trying to train here? And what's your goal? Stay in the game. That's the main goal at 33. So, first of all, nice to meet you, friend. Thanks for engaging in chat. So for a little bit of context, like I'm a heavier guy. I started at about 300 pounds, 6'3". And then I had some really serious back injuries. So I have a compressed disc in my L4, my L5, which is pushing on my spinal cord. So I was waking up every hour in bed in agony, and then I'd roll out of bed, make myself run like a half mile, sit and pray and wrestle with God, and then run back in pain and start my day. I was getting epidural injections every other month, same that they do for pregnant women. And I ended up doing like years of physical therapy to figure out how to like reactivate my spine and engage my core and back. So now I do a lot with strength and mobility, and I've been able to train up to run half marathons safely. I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds. So the main goal is to stay in the game, to regress those injuries to the point where I can continue to run half marathons safely. I can continue to get down on one knee and pick up my kids and run around with them, and to have increased strength and mobility into my later years, into my 40s, 50s, and 60s. So that's what we're doing. So I'm pretty well read on fitness, even though I'm an engineer, and I live stream my experience because it holds me accountable. Otherwise, I skip it. Alright, so that's 1 set. Let me write that down. Excellent question, though. Because if you don't know what your goals are, it's really hard to show up for yourself. And in all seriousness, I fell off of lifting the last 5 weeks because I've been pushing pretty hard in entrepreneurship. I have a community where I help people build the lives they desire, living where they want, loving what they do, and being paid well. And I was pushing really hard on sales and kind of getting that off the ground. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go for walks and I won't lift. And then I started to lose core and back strength, started having pain again. I was like, oh shoot, okay, I have to go and lift. I gotta get back on it. My dad experiences the same thing as well. You're 17 now. You were 235 at 14. You lost 66 pounds. Yo, let's go, dude. That's fantastic. Back-wise, no, I understand. So, how has that journey been for you? And what led to that weight loss? I'm sure it's a couple of factors, obviously. And Subokutitimemu. Hello. How's it going, friend? Alright, so we did 26 reps, 1 set with good form, and last time we did it with 30s with bad form, so I'd say that's a win. So I'm going to note good form. So I have literally every workout I've ever done is in this magic tablet, and it helps me baseline where I was and where I'm going. If you don't write it down, you don't know how to make it better. Let's see what we got, and then we'll do our next set. Exactly, I did the same thing. I did a lot of walking, lost more muscle than fat in the first weeks. Now I'm building up. Nice! Yeah, it's you don't want to lose muscle. So like lifting is the way to go. I love strength and conditioning, but I also love long distance running. So I have like a blend. Long I do running Monday, Wednesday, Friday, lifting Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then VR Beat Saber and foam rolling on Sunday. The journey has been amazing. I feel fitter. My social life has improved. Well, of course, and you said you're 17. Yeah, dude, like you don't want to be carrying all that weight and load your whole life. It is amazing like how terrible the path the majority of people are on with how we eat and how we move. I lived in Japan for 3 years and it's completely different how they approach food. Alright, so we have another step up curl press. I'll do 6 of these and I'll read whatever you say, friend. So let me get my core tight. Lock it in nice and snug. Alright. And push up. Get the knee. Curl. Press. Get that shake. This works all kinds of core stability. I want to intentionally move slow throughout the whole thing. I've learned that the slower you go, the more results you get. Which is counterproductive. I remember lifting in high school. It was like, how do we throw this weight around? And scream and yell at it. And like the more I've learned about hypertrophy and getting to that point, it's really about time under tension. Whew. 2 more. No, I mean if you're trying to lift big for big's sake, that's fine. Everyone's got different goals, like you asked. And if you do different adjustments, you'll get different results. Let me get this other side and I'll check your comment. Just to hold myself accountable. 3, 2, 1. But yeah, I got all kinds of injuries from high school, bud. They follow you. You play sports or anything? But again, congrats on the weight loss. It's amazing. Especially just to have the discretion to change the inputs to your behavior that young. I didn't have that. I didn't start taking a real stab at it until I was in college after gaining a ton of weight. So in many ways you have great footing now. Woo! Bring it back. One more. Got a little quick on the back end, but we did it. Whew, let's take our notes. We'll check our chat. Oh, thanks for the like, friend. Appreciate you. Alright, so next we're going to have single arm, single leg, glute, bridge, floor press. Yuck. I'll probably put a band around my thighs too. So let me get this out of the way. I'll see what you're saying. I got kids waking up soon, so I gotta keep it moving. Alright, Mingus. Very proud of you, bro. Doing a good job. Thank you so much, friend. Proud of you as well. Is your logo a little hand saying okay upside down? That's kind of cool. I'll subscribe and see you next time I have to go. Yeah, no worries. I go to the gym 6 times a week because I'm not really a sporty spice and don't like cardio. It's just a matter of finding something good to do during cardio so you can lock it in. For me, I just run and suffer and enjoy the silence. I run forever, basically. Alright, so let's get 2 black bands. We'll put them around our thighs. And then we could press a 40. I already don't want to do this though. I love when you start something, you pick up the weight and you're like, are we really going to pull that? That seems like a bad time. Bye! Yeah, I wish you the best as well, friend. Keep crushing it. Alright, here's our fun band, which will make things not fun. So, we're going to pop this around our ankles, bring it up around our calves. Now with bands, you gotta be careful with them because they snap. You always want to check for cracks and stuff. But when we put this on our thigh, it creates a tension, so we are always in the movement restoring or pushing against the tension. It actually, for me, it helps me activate the right muscles, like the glute in this case. But you might find different results. And all we're going to do with this, we're going to lay back, dig our heels into the ground. In a glute bridge, you should be lifting with your butt. I used to lift with my quads. I've learned how to activate my glute. So we're going to lift up, squeeze like you're breaking a walnut in your butt. And then we're going to do a press. Now, this is supposed to be one-legged, but because this is my first time getting back to it, I'm going to do double leg so it's well supported. So that way I can keep my core engaged. And we'll probably go for 12 presses with a 40. Let's see. Alright. Drag the feet down. Squeeze the butt. Get it up there. And slow. 1, 2, 3. Up. 2. 2. 1, 2. Drop the butt for a minute. Whew. Take a breather. Pick it up. Glute it up. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, squeeze the butt, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 12. Oh, that was awful. Oh, man. Oh, the butt was shaking. Whew. Alright, let me write that down and we'll do another set. Getting stronger, smarter. On Sesame Street. Okay, so we gotta erase our last rep. Luckily we matched weight and we increased the rep, so that helps. So we did a 40, 40s. We did 12 reps. X1, 3 count. And we did black band, double glute. Nice. It's like taking an order. If you don't write it down, you can't make the progress. Like you have nothing to measure against. And the great thing about fitness, which took me years to learn, and I'm sure it's taken you time as well, is like you only measure against yourself. Comparison doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, sure, there are people that can look at what they see on Instagram and think, oh, I wish I was like Law, and maybe that gets them off the couch, but it doesn't keep them off the couch. They'll typically burn out after a while, which is why it's so important whenever you start a new program, whether you're training for a half marathon or you want to lose a little bit of weight or you want to gain some strength, you have to baseline exactly where you're starting so that you know if you're making progress or not. You have to measure, whether you're measuring weight, whether you're, what I prefer to measure actually is strength. Like, can I lift bigger weights? Can I do more reps? I like to measure distance. Can I run farther? I like to measure speed. Can I run faster? If you don't measure, then you always feel like you're not making progress. And it's hard to reinforce all the little micro choices you have to make throughout the day to actually get the progress you desire. Alright. One more set. Stretch it out. I think we're making good time today. Let's see. Look at 6:38. Kids wake up in probably 20 minutes. I think I can finish this sucker. And then maybe I can work on my weekly newsletter, Sunday Sips. Talk about fitness and entrepreneurship and kids and all kinds of fun stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I just write about life. Let's bring this down. Woo! Alright. Okay, you guys want to play a game? We could play High-Low Buffalo. It's my new favorite game. I stole it from this guy named Vin who talks about public speaking. You just share like one high, like one highlight, maybe this week, one low light, something that was hard, and then Buffalo is like something weird or interesting. But it makes it easy to talk because it's like it gives you different conversation hooks to follow. Like, do you want to talk about the high? Do you want to talk about the low? Do you want to talk about the weird thing? I actually play it with my kids when they get back from school on Fridays, and they love it. And we played it in my community on school, which was also kind of neat. Alright. We're procrastinating. Take a deep breath. Do another one. Do one more. Alright, choose to lift it. Let's go. Get my feet planted. And squeeze with the butt. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 5. 6, 12 feels so far away. 1, 2, 7, burning. 8, come on. 9, 10, 2 more. 11, squeeze. Ah! Good. Take a breath. One more side. It's my weak side. Save the worst for last. Let's go. Up, squeeze the butt. One more time. 2, 3, 1. 2, 2, 3. Come on. 4. Ah! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, 12. Whew, that band's tough, man. Yay! And just to remind you all of our affirmation, why don't we just lift tomorrow? And I guess we're still here. Like always. Alright. So, we did 2 sets of that. We are proud. Today's a 2-set day, and that's fine. 2 sets a day is still progress. 3-set day is more progress, but if you get in your head about not being able to do a 3-set day, so you do a no-set day, it's less progress. Oh crap, hamstring bridges. Gotta put the stupid bands back on. So, with a hamstring bridge, you want to approach it the same way you would a glute raise, but then you're going to walk your feet farther out from your butt, and fire the hamstring, which runs along the back of your leg. This is the hamstring. This is the glute. You squeeze the glute on a glute raise. You squeeze the hamstring on a hamstring raise. If you don't squeeze the right muscle, you don't work the right thing. So I'll show you. Okay. Maybe I'll show sideways. That might be better. Although I don't know if I have enough room. We'll try it. Alright, so first we're going to put this godforsaken band back on. We're doing a double black. When I started out as a tiny yellow. And we've upgraded with our Thunder thighs over the years. Wow, it's crazy to say that. We're on day 582. So once we start to push towards like 700, that'll be 2 years. That's cool. Alright. So we're going to lay down. So for context, I'll do this sideways once and then I'll turn. A glute raise, you want to squeeze your butt cheeks together to lift. You don't want to be really firing your quads. I try to loosen them up. Sometimes they overactivate. You want to really be squeezing the butt right at the peak. And you hold and squeeze. Look, if you step your feet out, your heels, if I did it here, this would be a mix of hamstring and glute. You start to feel a little bit more tension behind the legs with the glute. If you get all the way out into the ear range, it's a small lift. It's like 1.5 inches. But it's all on hamstring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 3, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. Burning. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, 12. Oh. Brutal. So good for us though, in our running. Now my floor is a little slopey, so I'm going to flip this around to get the other side when it's half balanced. Eventually I'd love to work out on a perfectly flat floor, but we can't have everything. I think we got a pretty good recovery. Do some openers right here. Ah! Burn. Alright, let us lay down. Hopefully not crack my head on this. So again, just to show, glute bridge, squeezing with the glute, halfway, glute and a little bit of hamstring bridge. Right here, this is the money. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 11. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do one more set. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna go dead on for this one. I don't want to do one more set, but I think we have it in us. Let us lay out. Inch your feet up. So again, glute, slip it out. Now there's also walkouts. Those are brutal, because then you're transitioning, you get like all the feels. That's a mix. There we go. Here's the money. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh yeah, it's burning now. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, 12. Ah! Ooh, that's pretty good. That's me being grumpy with it. Get that band off my body. Excellent. How's it going, friends? Welcome to the Screen and Porch. Welcome to Chicago. I'm just out here trying to get better. That is the simplicity of this live stream on YouTube. It's just continuing to grow in strength, fitness, wellness as a 33-year-old dad of 4 beautiful little children. We're halfway through the workout. We're making good progress. Like every workout we do, we don't want to be here, but we're here anyway. That's the game. Alright, so that was hamstring bridge. We did black band. We did 12 reps. Ooh, X 3 sets. Look at that. We did 3 count and hold. Beautiful. Alright, we have single arm, single leg row. This is, I guess, the week of singles, which works all the transverse abdominals. Fancy word for just like things that your muscles are like wrapped like bands around your body, and when you twist while lifting and holding balance at the same time, it like activates everything, so you're not loose in the cage. So for this one, we're gonna grab an incredibly heavy weight. Now we'll probably do something reasonable, like maybe a 30. You want to jiggle your leg to loosen it up a little bit. Tuck in your core. You're going to lean over the top of your leg with your butt driving backwards, because it's like a deadlift. So back. Find your balance. Sometimes you can use a toe touch, and then you're just going to row on one leg, and it'll cut you up. It's awesome. All right, let's grab a 30, and we'll get to it. We don't necessarily want a 30. We'd love to get results from a 10. Alright, here we go. But that's not how the world works, is it? Like the burden of knowledge. It sucks. Let's suck in our core, brace like a rock, turn on all our big muscles, lean forward, and 1. Whoop. Use the support when you need it. 2, 3, 4. Support when you need it. 5, 6, and 8. Whew. Let's do the other side. This one I have all kinds of problems with, so this is perfect. Breathe. I have problems with everything. Over the leg. Try not to be all twisted. 2, 3, 4. It's not the best form, but there's always this balancing game of like, I always try to lift with perfect form, the best that I can, so that everything I'm doing is safe. I'm super like injury prevention perverse. Then every once in a while, like, you have to find the edge of what your body can do, and you start to stretch into regions. Like with that, I'm not perfectly squared up, but I want the resistance of the weight And if I lighten the weight, I could probably get closer to perfectly squared up. But I want to find all those like magic instabilities. So it's an area where like I'm always watching it because I can't catch my back if I'm not careful. Harper, what's up, dude? Nice to see you again, friend. Welcome to the club. Hope you're doing well. Alright, we have single leg arm and row. Oh, perfect, we're right where we were, 30s. So I will note, we did 8 reps, X1. I'll do like mod form, like half decent form. And I'll say like we had some shake, which is good, but no pain. You have to be careful though because there is some pain necessary in progress. It's a whole nother dimension of lifting that's kind of tricky to tease out. Alright. Because in high school we just think everything's supposed to hurt and we just push through hurt. It's like, let's be reasonable, friends. It's not a race to the bottom, you know? Okay, so we're going to do another set of this. Again, we're trying to pull this back with strength and confidence. Harper, how are things in your world? Anything new or exciting? Different? You want to play a game? We've been playing a game called High-Low Buffalo. We share a highlight from your day or your week, a low light, and then a buffalo is like something weird or unexpected. I mean, if you saw a real buffalo, that'd be great. You'd probably have to be in the Great Plains of America, or a zoo, or the grocery store, because you could buy buffalo in certain places. Be a specialty shop. 2 more breaths. Open it up. Let's get better. Let's get better every single day. Let's be proud of ourselves. Showing up and doing this hard crap. Alright. 1. Use the tap. 2. Use the tap. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. Oh, the booty. Oh, it's loading the booty. That's good. Alright. Let's pull the other side. Bobblehead. Keep on pushing, friends. Don't give up. But I want to. Over here. I'll pick that up. Turn on our core. So tuck it. And then we want to 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was dangerous. That was a weird spot to have pain. You good still? Okay. I landed kind of hard on my foot. I rushed the last one because I lost balance. I should have just reset and did it well. That's alright. There's room to be dumb sometimes when you're working out. Just like anything in life. I hung a tire swing. That was super sketch. Alright. I'm going to say mod pace. We're moving kind of quick. Alright, we have walking lunges. Yuck. That's like an immediate... I hate that in every way. My weights are getting a little bit out of control. I'm losing discipline. They keep creeping up on me. I gotta organize all this anyway. Alright. So walking lunges are pretty simple. You walk, and you lunge. And luckily for me, I hate it the whole time. As do I with many fitness things. Alright, let's go for 10 reps. Even though we could probably do 12, we don't want to do 12. And I try to vary which leg I lead with because I flow through it differently. Oh man, okay. Let's see. So we'll come over here, tuck in our core. One. So that'll be like one set. Turn around, and I'll lead with the other leg. That's 2. That's 3. Lead with the other leg. 4. Actually, pretty good depth today. It's 5. Eventually, we'll be able to load it with weight. 6. Very nice. Here comes 7. 8. Alright, 8's a good set. That's enough for me. Eight's in the lovely category of more than 0. Which sometimes you can't set the bar as high as you want it. Could I have done 2 more? Absolutely. I just did not want to. Real talk. 8 reps, X1. Let's see what we can do in set 2. Good progress being made though. It's funny, for the last couple weeks, honestly, I've been teetering around like, oh, we should probably get food under control. Been eating like a dumpster. I should probably think about this more. So I think that might be some kind of stack. The problem is, when you're trying to make progress, everything matters, of course. But also we tend to try to change everything and then regress, burn out, and change nothing. So like, I always try to fixate on one force multiplier at a time. So right now that would be getting back into lifts and just focusing on that, as opposed to, hey, let's also add my fitness calorie tracker, and then let's make all these perfect meal prepped things and eat clean every single day and not go. And it's like, if you do all of it, you'll get more results, and then you'll get no results when you burn out. So I'm trying to be kind of intentional about that. So we'll see. All right, one more set. And Supermans. We're almost there. Home stretch. I'm gonna start down here. Turn it on. The range of motion on the left knee is always tighter. It's 1. Woo. 3. 4. Here comes 5. 5. 6. 2 more. Come on. Strong. Get stronger. Prefer that over getting weaker, right? Nice. Nice. Yo, what's up, friend? Noah, how cool. Good job, keep it up. Dude, you're popping in right at the end of this. I appreciate it, because I'm like, Why the crap am I doing this? I hate lunges. Why are we doing this? Well, because we know lunges are good for us. Alright, so we did 2 sets of that. Yay. We got Superman holds. That should be fun. By fun, I also mean awful. Just like everything else we do in life. All the good things are in the hard things, you know? Now, I don't have my stopwatch, so we're going to have to get creative about this. Just count. It's very easy to cheat when you count out loud, because it's uncomfortable. So you want to count quickly. So I'm going to make myself count slowly, which will be terrible. So let's go Superman. We're going to go for 60. We know we can do it. It's just a matter of lack of desire and resolve. 2 sets of this how I'm living. A little bit of, is it Fontaine Cosette? Who the heck is that? From Les Miserables? I had a dream about a dream. I had a dream that I was dreaming. Okay, so we're going to do 60 seconds. This weight's in the way. And 3. I'm in the dread right now. Come on. Suck it up. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Ah! Oh! Nice. Let's get our body back. Woo woo! That sucked. Alright, so that was 1 set. We're winded. 1 set of 60 seconds. Now it's important right now, next one, for me to give myself a bit of recovery. Otherwise I'll immediately feel uncomfy when I jump back in. I'll start counting and be like, as soon as like you jump in, burned on that one, you jump in with like immediate compromise. You're like, oh, well 40 would be good, 30 would be good, 22 seconds, I'm done. So I'm gonna give myself a minute to kind of regather myself, keep moving. We'll do 1 more Superman, and then we'll see what our bonus just do it rep looks like. Should be terrible, wonderful, all at the same time. But friends, appreciate you being here. If you've never met me before, my name's Joe. I'm a pretentious engineer, and I ask the right questions to help people build the lives they desire. And I have a community on a platform called School, which is fantastic, where I help people do just that. And I basically do like coaching for engineers, global leaders, entrepreneurs, creatives, community builders, and parents. Olivia, I'm a strong buff man. Don't mess with me. Are you messing with my gang? Nice to see you, friend. No, I'm just, don't mind me. I'm just getting fit over here, away from you and your gang. Carry on with your, activities. Hopefully they're not illegal. Alright, we got 1 more round of Supermans. See, now we've reached the point of we've recovered adequately, and now we want to stall. And we want to prevent it and delay it and just talk and not do the hard thing. Thanks for reading the message, of course, friend. I read every message I can on lives. That's the whole point. And then in my community on school, I try to engage DMs the best I can. I get flooded sometimes. Like I hit the 99 plus notifications, and then it's like tricky to stay up to date with people. But I do my best. I'm a friend to everyone. Love it. Well, it's nice. You have a friendly gang as opposed to one of violence. All right, let's do 60 seconds. You can count with me if you want. Let's have a race. I'll count to 60. You can type to 60. I'm trolling. You don't have to do that unless you think it would be fun. Alright, I'll give us a count-in of like 3, 2, 1 kind of deal. Just keeping it interesting because this is literally like the second to last thing I have to do. And it sucks. And I hate it. So, anything to get through it. I used to sing Disney songs during abs terribly just to make it interesting. But I can't because I don't have a timer today. Alright, here we go. Woo! 3. Maybe we should quit. We could always quit. 2. We don't have to be here. 1. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, burning 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Ah! No! Skibidi toilet in Ohio with the Rhythm Sigmas. Dude, I lived in Ohio for quite some time. I don't know why Ohio is such like a Gen Zer expression. I don't understand. My core is massive. You need to know what else is massive? Lower taper fade. Hello? I was doing Superman, okay? I can't be everywhere. What is a lower taper fade? I'm just picturing like a massive mullet, but I know that it can't be what that means. Alright. We have to write our reps down. Always write it down. It's the only way you get better. Otherwise you have nothing to compete against other than your memory. And your memory will always be too kind. And you're like, oh yeah, you probably don't lift that much. Just kind of go through it. You'll get big. Alright, we have we have a plank progression. What's the best way for me to count this? I guess I'll just have to count it. Shoot, this sucks. So the goal is to get up to 2 minutes. So there's my bonus round. It sucks. Here, maybe I could bring you down to the floor with me. Alright, come with me, friend. So we're going to do a plank progression in about 30 seconds. And the goal is to run for 2 minutes. And we'll do high plank, low plank, chaturanga plank, maybe some side planks, just anything to make it suck. We got 15 seconds. Strong thoughts. Like how hard this is going to be. 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. Alright, it's 1. We've been working out for 1 hour and 15 minutes. We get to finish at 1 hour and 17 minutes. Just look straight ahead. Breathe. I'll try to alternate to different things every 20 seconds to keep it interesting. Alright, let's go sideways. We got shake. Alright, other one. Breathe. This arm's definitely more fatigued. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go down into chaturanga. All of this. Oh no. I have the crazy eyes. It's embarrassing. 15 more. 3. Yep. Push. Back to standard. I'm gonna die. 10 more seconds. What the frick? We're gonna go to forearms after this. 3, 2. We're a minute 40 in. Love the dedication to fitness, mate. Perhaps in a yoga shirt. Really show you're working hard. Oh, a Yoda shirt. 7 seconds. No. 3, 2, 1. Frick. Well, we're done working hard now, bud. You made it. Alright, let me read this again. Push-ups in a yoga shirt. Really show you're working hard. Just a shame no amount of reps can lift your personality. Oh, it's so funny because I'm a pretentious engineer. The personality and ego is lifted as high as it possibly could be, my friend. Respect for keeping active, staying healthy. It's inspiring to see someone combine physical exercise with mental flexibility. It takes to convince themselves they're still interesting. Dude, we should be friends. This is great. You got any more? I love this. I am like super trolly in the comments when I make my own stuff. This is just like, that's just filling me up. It's awesome. Let's stay here till we can breathe. That was good. So we did, this is our first week, possibly since moving from Japan to Chicago. Is that true? Where we've hit all 3 lifts in a given week. Yeah, I thought those were real compliments. Well, I mean, you heard me. I thought I laughed. Did I laugh? Still laughing right now. I laugh on the inside, and then I hold the demur. But yeah, this week we did, man, this is, I think, my first complete series of exercise since moving from Japan to Tokyo in October of last year. Like, it's been really mishmashed. We've been living in a 4-generation home with my father-in-law and the grandparents-in-law, taking care of them, with 4 kids. So, like, everyone's sleeping in really weird spots, and it's just hard to get up and do this. And this is the first week where I did a long run on Monday, lift on Tuesday, recovery run on Wednesday, lift on Thursday, fartlek run. I'm sure you have something to say about fartleks. They're just like interval training applied to running on Friday, and then lift on Saturday. So if I could wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, which is Sunday, and do my foam rolling and Beat Saber, that is like a perfect week. Even though every workout has been a little bit messy, I'm like super proud getting back on the wagon. It's always hard. But yeah, James, appreciate you, friend. What? Hold on. I'll think about it. Give me 5 minutes. Come up with one. No hate intended. I just like to see someone laugh. You're fun. Edwin, watching you from Nairobi, Kenya. Yo, you're my first Kenyan friend on YouTube. This is awesome, dude. So nice to meet you. Welcome to Chicago, of all places. I'm either in Japan or Chicago, depending on the day, week, or month, or year of my life. But yeah, it's so nice to meet you. When I was in Japan, actually, one of our closest friends was based, she was from Kenya. She was in the military, based in Japan. So she was like a military ambassador between Kenya and Japan, which I had no idea there was a military alliance between those 2 countries. But she was fantastic. Really cool person. Her daughter and my daughter went to school together at like international school. We had like meals together. We were watching with all the family. We like your YouTube channel. Dude, thank you so much, friend. I work really hard at it. I've done, what have I done? I've done 1,900 short form pieces of content in the last 5 years, on top of having a career as an engineer and global leader at Johnson & Johnson, progressing surgical robotics. And then I also had a strategic exit from them in Japan, where I continued as an entrepreneur. And I've done like 20 million views, 40,000 followers, and I have a community of about 120 on a platform called School, where I help individuals build the life they desire, living where they want, loving what they do, and being paid well for it. So we have like a community for it's called the Big Brain Club. So we have like the left brains, which are the engineers and global leaders. We have the right brains, which are the creatives and the community builders. And then we have the whole brains, which are the parents and the entrepreneurs. And I help all of them find their next so they can all kind of develop and grow together. All right, be prepared. This one might sting. I'm ready. And then after this, I got to go take care of my kids. So go ahead and drop some knowledge. When are you visiting Kenya, my beautiful land? Edwin, I would love to visit Kenya. I'd love to reconnect with my friend because they're out there now. They moved back from Japan to Kenya. For us, we have to get our business ventures profitable, which I think we're close to. I have 5 paying members thus far in my paid community. So if I could scale that up to like 50 to 100 members, we'd be able to start traveling internationally. Because I do like 1 office hour call a week and bring in guest speakers. And that's like 100 a month. And I got 5 people subbed at that, which is awesome. So if I bring that up to, how many people do I need? 10 people to get us to 10,000 a month. No, that gets to 1,000. 100 would get us to 10,000 a month. So yeah, once I get up to like around 200 people in that group, which I could scale it, then I plan on starting to travel with the 4 kids more. And Kenya would be like top of our list. It'd be like right under Japan. All right. Welcome home anytime, sir. Thank you so much, Edwin. Dude, I'm so excited. If you ever see my stuff and comment, I will try to engage as well. I'm not perfect at it because I make a lot of content, but I will do my best to remember you. And anytime you join a live, you're welcome to just remind me that you're Edwin from Kenya, because I interact with a lot of people and I do the best I can to like remember each person and what they aspire to in their life. And the more they hang out, the more I get to know them. So happy to cross paths. Okay, James, you got to drop the stinger because I got to go be a dad. You're pulling some bonus time here. But it's only a couple minutes before I get that nasty gram text from my wife. Like, where are you? What are you doing? I'll just sit here and reflect on the wonderful, challenging work we just completed. We did a full hour and 17 minutes of fitness. I'm quite pleased with myself. It was very difficult. And we're getting back into it. And we're going to trust that things work out well. I also had some interviews go incredibly well. So I'm in salary negotiations for a new job, which would be very interesting. I'd basically own, like, it's called like a CRO, like a chief revenue officer. So I would own market strategy and sales for a really high-tech engineering consulting firm out in Ohio. But I'd be running it remote from Chicago, trying to win that whole market. So I get to flex like all the things I've learned. It'd be super cool. I will remind you anytime you're online, sir, and when you visit Kenya, don't forget to visit me. Of course. That would be so cool. Yeah, you got to come hang out in my community, because then I can, like in YouTube, I can't DM. I use this platform called School, Skool. There's a link in the bio. And I can actually like message people and build relationships there. I do some asynchronous video chat with certain people in my community as well. So it helps me build relationships faster than on this platform. But yeah, if I'm in Kenya, I will let you know. But it will be hard to find you if we're just friends on YouTube. Which I've always been curious about, that YouTube doesn't do DMs, which is in many ways I think actually a good thing, because it just fixates on like making the best quality content you possibly can and driving all conversation to the public chat. Whereas Instagram, you have the ability to DM and connect with people. So just building a community and a relationship is different on this platform than others. Okay, dude, yeah, you could do whatever you want. If it's fun for you, you're welcome to explore it. And I have a wonderful group of like 120 people. And we're all just collectively trying to build the life we desire, where we could live where we want. So in your case, I'm guessing it's Kenya.
love what we do, so making sure that our vocation aligns with our passion, and then being paid well for it. So I do help people with negotiations to make sure they can get the best pay for what they do, whether they're an employer or whether they're getting their entrepreneurial ventures off the ground. Do you think it's safe for you to share my email here? On school, yeah. I mean, I'll have access to it, and then I add it to a listserv. So each week, I curate like a high value email newsletter where I share reflections on engineering, entrepreneurship, fatherhood, fitness, just whatever comes to mind. I'm working on writing right now that talks about how to continue to outlast other competitors in certain industries. For me, it's I'm looking through like the lens of content creation, but the school platform itself is safe. Like from what I know, there's never been an IT security breach, and I don't misuse people's emails, if that makes sense. Plus, if you get the newsletter and you hate it because it's once a week, you could totally unsubscribe to it, and then there's nothing else I do with that, I think. But yeah, it's up to you, Edwin. There's like no pressure at all, but it is free, which is neat. All right, well, I guess I'll see you on school. We never heard this stinger from James. He must have fallen asleep. So I got to go be a dad. I'll see y'all on the next one and keep changing the world.